Hey book peeps, thanks for tuning into this week's podcast. This week I am reviewing Pandora by Susan Stokes Chapman. This is a historical fiction read and I think I finally found a really good palate cleanser. Whoop whoop. You have no idea how happy I am, or maybe you do. If you've watched the last few episodes, you know how hard I have been trying to find other genres outside of fantasy that I fall in love with and get engrossed with. Not to mention trying to find a palate cleanser for in between my fantasy reads. It has been quite the trek of a journey, but I got there. And this book is fantastic. Hats off to Susan Stokes Chapman. It's a great page turner, really good pace. It's set in Victorian London. And it has a lot of aspects that, pay homage to Greek mythology. It retells the Pandora story as far as the myth itself. It even corrects that little thing as far as Pandora's box, how that was mistranslated. And it's actually like a wine jug, a pithos, not a wine jug, but like a storage jar that you would store like grain and all that stuff in. And that's all corrected in this. I love it. It's a romance, kind of mystery thriller of sorts, and oh, it's awesome. The romance interest is really cute, and you're rooting for it. There's twists along the way. As far as spice, it's pretty low on the spice level. I'd say 1 pepper. Not a lot of gore or anything like that. Some light alcohol consumption. There is some aspects of the plague, so some details are a little gory, but it's not too over the top. It's just to get across the fact that, it's a plague. It's not nice. Ew. And you have the main character who's named Pandora, and she has a pet magpie called Hermes after the god Hermes, the art psychopop. Sorry, my speech today is just like, well. Anyways, now I'm not a big fan of birds. They actually make me feel really uncomfortable. It's like their eyes can find you no matter where you're at. They're always looking at you. They just creep me out something fierce. But wonderful Susan Stokes Chapman actually had me attached to Hermes, this lush little magpie. And he's so protective over Pandora. Everyone calls her Dora for short, so it's really English in certain ways, which initially I thought might be a little cringy for me, but I love it. I absolutely loved this book. I finished it in a day, and it is definitely a palate cleanser. So my overall rating for this book is a 4.5 stars. Finally! Something 4 stars and above that isn't strictly fantasy based. Just, my diamond in the rough. Better late than never, eh? So yes, I would totally recommend this. I am going to be recommending it. I am definitely going to be reading it again. This is going to be my go-to palate cleanser from now on. I'm going to have a specific part of my bookshelves that are just for the palate cleansers. When I'm done with my fantasy, I can palate cleanse and then jump back in, and it's going to be awesome. I am so pleased with this book, and I was actually gifted this. It was a gift fairy or book mail from one of my fantastic TikTok followers. They are wonderful. I do love them so much. So I cannot thank her enough for sending me this book. It has been such a fun adventure, and I do look forward to reading it again. So with that, my lovely ones, I will leave you to your weekend. Have an awesome one. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and share. These are all free ways that you can support me and my channel, because I upload content like this every single week. I hope I have inspired you to pick up a copy of Pandora and give it a shot, because Greek myth is fun for everybody. Much love, my book peeps. Much love. Mwah.